Well, in my experience, you can very well adapt rituals to your own specific branch of occultism. So it's perfect.
Alright, so this is Rune Shack Radio with Fratello Dan. Tina K. She says something, I think she says it around here, that will be pertinent to this video, being about the various goddesses that we only know about from the votive stones.
Possible, at least in my
and how we can use them, or well, we can pray to them and ask for aid in various aspects of our lives, similarly to the Goetia. Well,
experience to take
without the Abrahamic shit.
Ritual that is described in the Goetia. You will adapt rituals to your own specific branch of occultism. So it's perfectly possible, at least in my experience, to take a ritual that is described in the Goetia and then not use those names, not invoke those deities, but specifically apply it to Norse or Germanic deities. And you adjust it a little bit. A sigil here is replaced by a rune or a bindrune of your making, and that actually
Yes, a bindrune
really works. There is power in the method, if that makes sense.
Yes. That's something interchangeable, actually. And like, what was it, from the AFA or so? I read a ritual opening up a circle with, instead of drawing the pentagram, you draw, well, you sort of like make this movement of the hammer. And I just thought, that's the LBRP, just rebranded.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That was actually.
And any
LBRP, lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram, for those who don't know. And that's where it came from. Alright, so it's this video. This is her, oops, oh gosh dang it. Her channel, if you're interested. Alright, but we are moving on. Oh my gosh. I hate it when it does that. We are moving on to this one. This is the list of the Matronae that we know from votive stones. It's Blade Honor. Life of the Osberg Priestess. Okay, whatever. Ancestral mothers and goddess collectives in German Iron Age votive altars and inscriptions dedicated to the Matrones. It says something in Latin. Modranit id et matrum nocturnum. The Modranit is the night of the mothers. Alright, so it gives a bit of information about the tribal mothers. Roman Iron Age, 1st to 4th centuries, Common Era. German and Celtic tribes. They had contact with the Roman Empire. They raised thousands of votive altars with inscriptions celebrating the mothers, Matronae. Mothers of the tribe, mothers of federations of tribes, mothers of rivers. Yeah, there's a lot of river ones. Mothers of towns, mothers of clans, mothers of lands, as well as countless mothers whose functions clearly overlap that of goddesses, and they are also often called dea, goddesses, not just mothers. Goddesses of healing, prosperity, justice, fate, abundance, war, truce, pledges, fortune, and so on. Those are the ones I want to focus on. Because with the ones that are specific to tribes, you'd have to find out if you are descended from those specific tribes. Which, how the heck would you do that? I don't know. Alright. So I think, let's see, is this the first one? It should be a larger bold, but this I think is the first one. Abia Marque, Borderland Mothers. So essentially, the way you would use this in a Goetia style is to find the goddesses that whose name means something, like powerful creative mothers, like this one, and then do a ritual with a Bindrune, as Tina said, Bindrune of her name, I would say, and pray for or ask for aid in, I guess, creating something. In this case, Affiliate, Mothers of the River, and prophetic magic water women, Ahue Kanye. That Ahue part, Ahuo, water, can also come from Wiccan. Oh no, that's Awo. Oh yeah, that's Ahu in the beginning. That's water, and then I guess it's a Ekan, Uekan. Oh, that's from Wiccan, Anglo-Saxon, to conjure or do magic, prophesy. So that would be an interesting one to do a ritual to. Allah for VA, great life-giving mothers. For I guess pregnancy for a married woman. All giving mothers, Allah Gabie, if you need something. Material, perhaps. Venerated mothers. Not sure. Well, you'd have to read about it. But the thing says, oh, okay. With the thing. The names of two venerated ones. So the context will tell you a little bit about what she could be prayed to for during some kind of legal disagreement. Auditing and Fimbleting, summon and sentence. Alright. Two venerated ones are closely related to a court of justice. Yeah. Alright. Allah Taivia, the all divine one. To the all. Okay, so. Oh, the inscription reads Allah Taivie ex Iusu Divos Medicus, or something like that. I'm rusty on my Latin. Meaning, to the all-divine one, or on her own command, from the physician Divos, possibly a goddess of healing. I've prayed to her before, for just that, as a goddess of healing. Seemed to have worked. All loyal oak tree mothers. Meaning is all loyal mothers, or the mothers of the oak tree. It's just because of that word ter. It could come from deru or another word. I think they both go back to the same Indo-European word for firm, solid, and loyal. Anyway, Albiahene, mothers of Albiniacum. Okay, so that's a place. That's a specific place. That would be less useful for our purposes. Templar oak mothers. If you want to create an oak grove, I suppose that could work. Elm path mothers. The river elm. Alright, we got Alus Nehie. I don't know. That's a hard one. Inden Pier, Kreis Duren, West Germany. Germanic Aluth, beer. Guess what I've got? Beer. Budweiser. Yeah, beer mothers. So that's a useful one. Although it could be, let's see. There's also, the second part is mysterious, could be neha. Neha, related to the Latin nex, to kill, to hide. That doesn't make sense. And then there's also, it could also be neu, Germanic, neu, associated with words for seafaring or approximation. Mothers, or so something like mothers of beer approaching, mothers of beer ships. Yeah, I guess. Something like that. So ocean and beer, or an ocean of beer. I don't know. But yeah, basically, she could be prayed to for creating beer. When you are creating beer or other alcoholic drink, just so it comes out good, I suppose. Ambiamarque, mothers of the fenced in marshlands. Big old thing about that. Ambiorensis, mother of both sides. Matronae, mothers of success. Old High German, Fraud, capable, fraudy, efficiency, success. So if you want to be successful in something, maybe do a ritual to her. A bloat with a flame. Use a Bindrune. Oh, here we go. Use a Bindrune that includes all the runes of Matronae. All right. Let's see. Amnesahene. Cologne, probably Celtic. I think she has somewhere else where it says possibly Celtic, and it's like, it means I don't know. So, and pretty much all of these are from the dictionary. Like most of this information is from the dictionary of Northern Mythology by Rudolf Simek. So, that's where the creator of this website, gets it from. There might be some newer ones that aren't in that dictionary though. I'm not sure. Mother followers. Oh, Fieldgate, that's right. I was like, that doesn't mean much of anything, does it? Andrustainie. Franconian. Andrustio, follower. Same meaning as Old Norse Fieldgate, a female guardian spirit and ancestral mother to a particular lineage or tribe. So there you go. That's the Bonn Godesberg Cologne. That's the German version of the Fieldgate. Andrustainie. Mothers of the River Nessus. All right. Ananeptiae, the favorable, generous kinswomen mothers. So, if you need the ancestors to be favorable and generous, I guess do a bloat to her. Ananeptiae. The Grant Gothic aunts favor. Old Norse nipt, sister. Kinswoman. Okay. It's interesting how that works. Alright, hold on a sec. Alright. Arwagasti's mothers. Basically breaks down to Arwagasti personal name, probably an ancestor of the tribe or clan. So, is there an esoteric way to use that name? Put yourself in Arwagasti's place? I don't know. Possibly. Arvolesia, or Arvolesia, goddess of quick healing. I have actually done a bloat. I did a bloat to her a while back. England Brow. I have some ancestors from England. Well, Britain in general, anyway. So that would be easy one to know what she does. But the name's Celtic. Wait a minute. Probably a Celtic name. Maiotius in 150 Common Era, England. Oh, his name is Celtic. Oh, I was like, wait, what? His name is Celtic. Okay, the creator of the votive stone. Celtic German overlapping. So is it Celt honoring a German goddess? Very common. Okay, at the time. Yeah. Well, they're both Indo-European. Assyrinehe, mothers of the ancestral reign. It's definitely an ancestral reign. Odin's houses, and Odendorf, Odin's place, in Cologne, Germany. Ansurik, Germanic personal name. According to Simek's Dictionary of Northern Mythology. Yeah, it's a really good book. Thus they could represent the ancestral mothers as a person called Ansurik and his lineage. But the name Ansoricus means ancestral reign. I think the name of the goddess collective thus could mean mothers of the ancestral reign. Okay. But they're goddesses of a specific father of a clan, probably. Audrinehe, mothers of divine support, mothers of destiny. So, if you want divine support, do a bloat to her. Proto-Norse Auja, divine protection. Or Old Norse Autha, destiny fate. Alfanie. I've done some bloats to her with mead. Goddess or goddesses of sacred abundance. Nearly 90 inscriptions are dedicated to the singular Die Alfanie, Goddess Alfania, or Sancte Alfania, Sacred Alfania, or else the plural Matronae Alfaniabus, Alfania Mothers, where they are found around Bonn, Nettersheim, Cordoba, Spain, and Lyon, France, and at the Lower Rhine, dating between 164 Common Era to 235 Common Era, and particularly numerous around the year 200. So she was pretty famous. Worshipped all over. Meaning, Alfani suggests generous ancestral mother, from Gothic Ufio, abundance. There you go. Almenahe, mothers of the river Almenau. So the people in, where is that, Cologne, Germany? If they can find that river, they could honor. Austriaceae, mothers of the eastern tribes. More than 150 votive stones found in Morkenharf. All right. Aviatineae. So this is like a very extensive list, and it is like the 72 Goetic spirits that can help with various things. Except I'm pretty sure there's a lot more of these goddesses. Or at least it seems like it. Axisingehe. What is it? Axisingehe. Mothers of the grain ears. Related to Gothic Az, ear of grain. Baduhenna. I like Baduhenna. Goddess of battle. Where Phrygia. Tacitus, in his annals, writes that a grove in Phrygia was dedicated to Baduhenna, and that 900 Roman soldiers were slaughtered near the grove in 28 Common Era. All right. Meaning, cognate with Batwa, battle, and Henne, which is uncertain in meaning but often a part of German matron names, possibly having the meaning of goddess or matron, yeah. Goddess or matron of Baduhenna. So she helped the Phrygians defeat 900 Roman soldiers. Dang. Berguiahene. Oak mothers, mountain mothers. Alright. Borvo Boendoa. That's a cool name. Utrecht, meaning Celtic. That means, oh, here's what she says. It means I don't know. That's funny. Baudunehe. That's also Celtic. Brudorina, provider goddess. I just realized we're still in the B. There's a lot more. Alright. Let's speed it up a little. Tribe, river. Frisian, so tribe more or less. Generous mothers, Gabier. Gamaletta. Great grandmother goddess. Gantune, goose women. Goose. Garman Gabis, the great generous giver goddess. I did a bloat to her. Goddesses of pledges, Gavadier. Clothing mothers, Gavassier. Matras Germaniae, mothers of the Germans. Die Gratice, the Graticia goddess. Let's see, more tribe. Dia Hariasa, the ruler goddess, or the goddess of rulers. Hariasa. Have, high mothers. Like Old Norse high, Hava or Har. Have. Some other ones. Alright. It goes on for a while. There's a ton of these names. Mothers of Justice Court. Mahalinehe. Midland, Spring, Dia Meduna. Necklace bearing goddess, Dia Manhia. Tied to Freya, maybe? That's what I'm thinking. Remember Freya with the necklace? Brisingamen? Could be related somehow. Nehelenia, a lot of people have heard of her. Goddess of seafaring, goddess of hidden death. Yeah, new ship. It's an interesting one. Tribes, okay. Mothers of plentiful provisions. Celtic counterpart to the Germanic Allegabie, roughly means the same. Yeah, okay, so it's a Celtic form of that other name. Interesting. Dia Ricagambeda, the strong lady goddess. Alright. Scythe Chamie, mothers of magic. Related to Old Norse scyther, magic, divination, witchcraft. Scythe Chamie. So if you want some knowledge or inspiration regarding magic, I suppose you could do a blot to her. Dia Sandraudiga, goddess of true wealth. I did a video on her. Dia Sibylka, Sibyl goddess. Where bond, meaning uncertain, to do with Sibylla? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The Sibyl? The Greek? I don't know. Dia Solevia, goddess of hot springs. Mothers of hot springs. Awesome. Sunuchi tribe. Teniaviha. Then gods. Mothers of the gods of the southern people. The desired goddess. Dia Travileha. So, and it has to do with Proto-Norse throwo, to long, to desire. So, if you need help being desired, I guess that's for women. Pray to her. House constructions. If you want to build a house. Mothers of trolls power. Another goddess of magic. Thuris. Alright. Ulauhinie. Mothers of the owl grove. Vakalinehe. Mothers of the river. Vakalis. Goddess of warlike virtues. Dia Vagdavrkustis. Lower Rhine. Hadrian's Wall in North England, and one from Hungary. I like her. Dia Vagdavrkustis. It's a cool name. Let's see. Other ones. Oh, Vatvier. Clairvoyant mothers. That's a good one. Dia Verkana. Goddess of works, or birch goddess. Yeah, if it's actually meant to be Burkana. From birch. Birkan. Let's see. Goddess of dedications. Viradectis. Goddess of manly virtue. Viradestis. Main source is Rudolf Simek. Yeah. Alright. So at the end, there's some Poetic Edda quotes on some ancestral mothers. Let's see if I can get this big enough to read it. It is called the Mountain of Medicines, and it has long been the joy of the sick and the wounded. Healed as anyone, even from years of agony, if a woman climbs it. What are the maidens called who by the knees of Lady Jeweljoy sit together in unity? Jeweljoy. That sounds like Freya. Life, one is called, another, life seeker. The third is guardian of the people. Bright and kind, friendly and peace, healing, goddess, and bids abundance. They offer salvation when men sacrifice to them in a high holy place. Never is the need so great that can come to the people that they cannot remove the need. Ah. Alright. One was born at the time before time, great growing, very powerful, of the kind of the rulers. 9 mothers bore the great noble man. Giants' maidens bore him at the edge of earth. Heimdall? Howling one bore him, grasping one bore him. He was borne by the glowing one, and by island provider. Wolfrune bore him, and Pleasure Island, She-Wolf and Intender, and Iron Scissors. Interesting. I think that's about Heimdall and the ritual of making the sacred fire from nine pieces of wood. Howling one, grasping one, glowing one. Interesting. Alright. Ask you the goddesses to your aid, they who are of the speech of the ruler, to be the benevolent to you in intent. For a week after, all shall pass according to your will. All shall pass as you wish. This sounds like another piece of the puzzle, another piece of the ritual. Ask you the goddesses to your aid, they who are of the speech of the ruler. It's a noble poetic speech. To be benevolent to you in intent, for a week after, all shall pass according to your will. So it's a ritual that has its effect a week later. BladeHonor.wordpress.com. Alright, let me know what you think. Give a comment. And visit the like button's house and tell the like button to treat its mother better. I don't know. I can't think of anything. So here we have, there's other ones. But here we have some in the third row down. One's Freyr, Fjolnir, Finger, Thunder, Thecker. So there's Freyr and then there's like names of Odin. But basically the Bindrunes, you could craft Bindrunes that maybe vaguely look like some of these. So in other words, you make a Bindrune, but you make it look like a figure. That's the idea anyway. There's other ones too. But and this is from so I think it's the Galdrabok magic book, 17th century Icelandic grimoire, 47 spells. So it's not super early, but oh yeah, and it has these. Thunder. Alright. So all I can say is experiment a bit. Right? Yeah, it has a lot of this type of stuff. And look, we found that. I found this again real quick. So anyway, before I'm ready to go down here, let me know if you have any success.